what's up guys, it's me Jake here, and today I'm going to be doing another greatness of, and I don't usually want to make too many of these, but I'm just going to put the ones that I think deserve it out first. And for a series I literally just finished just now. I usually record most of my videos Sunday, Monday and edit them at that time, but I just finished this on Tuesday. I'm going to just record this and edit it right away, and that is AJIN. I definitely want to make a greatness of. I'm probably going to do another review on this next week because I don't want to go too into depth on the story. I kind of want to make an in-depth review on that will have spoilers. This I'm just going to talk about the synopsis and why I think it deserves way higher praise than it gets. So yeah, start off with the synopsis. Basically, they're in a world where these demi-humans are alive, and these demi-humans are just regular people until they die, and when they die, they notice that they are immortal. And our main character, Kei Nagai, is someone that is a teenager who is really smart and studies his butt off. Like, every second of the day, he studies, and he's trying to become one of the best doctors out there so he can cure his sister's illness, which is like a terminal illness that doesn't have any cure for. So he's trying to become the best doctor, and he's trying to be the smartest person he possibly could be for that. Until one day after school, he gets hit by a truck, and he notices he is a demi-human. And since he became a demi-human, people believe that if you catch a demi-human, that you get 10 million yen, or around 1 million yen, I believe that is on USD. So you get around that much just for catching one, but that was... I'm not going to say what happens about that, but basically, they go on a wild goose chase for our main character, Kei Nagai, while he is just trying to get out of there and just trying to survive because people know he is a demi-human. You might not think that that story will go far, but there also are no demi-humans, and the ones that are trying to form a terrorist group to try to take over Japan. And Kei is, they call him Kei, so I'm just going to keep calling him Kei. So if you get confused by me not calling him Nagai, I'm going to be calling him mostly either Nagai or Kei, but mostly Kei in this video. But basically, Kei is trying to go against them. And yeah, I really did enjoy this series. It left a very suspenseful ending at each volume, making you just want to continue to read more. It left a lot of things that you would just be like, what's happening? And then later on would be quite answered very well. It left a lot of questions like that. And the characters and their interactions are very interesting to see how each character interacts with each other, coming from the development of Tozaki and the development of Kei Nagai, and how they develop as characters and why they develop as characters. It's not just a random development that they get. It's a very interesting kind of thing, how they develop their characters and how they show these progressions through the story. So I definitely think that AJIN is a definite pickup. The only thing that's bad about AJIN is, I'm just going to pick up a couple volumes here and show you. They're pretty expensive for pretty small volumes. Like, this is not that big of a volume, and they're like $13 USD without taxes. Of course, I got mine off a Right Stuff sale, but the first two I didn't. I bought them retail, the first two, to see how I like them, because I watched an East Coast manga review video on it a while ago. I'll leave his channel in the description below. He got me onto the series because of that review, and I'm super thankful for it, because this series is probably one of my top 10 series of all time right now. It's really, really, really good. The covers and the art is amazing. The spines are very unique. But the thing about it is, yes, it's expensive for not a lot of content, you would say. But even these small amount of pages for that much, it still packs a lot of content in those pages. And it has a really, really well-written story and well-written characters, and very unique written story. If you like Tokyo Ghoul or anything like that, it's kind of like that, but a more grittier, darker version, and a more, how do I put this? Yeah, I would just say more edgy kind of overall version, but it's not like edgy to the point where it's like bad. It's like that good amount of edgy where it's like super good. Like, Tokyo Ghoul uses enough edgy just to be really kind of on the midst of bad and good for the anime. I haven't read the manga, of course, yet. I'm trying to get the box set. It's probably after the Right Stuff winter sale. But from the anime, it tries to be too edgy. Well, this gets that perfect amount. And that is something I really do enjoy, because it's like a supernatural mystery psychological series. And I love my psychological series. As you can tell, I have all of Classroom the Elite other than Volume 4. I love psychological series, and this is nothing different. It really goes into the human psyche and shows you how people can go insane, and it shows very much of the psyche of each human and how each human differs, and it's really nice and interesting to see. And also how you see the planning that goes behind each plan by Kei Nagai is something so out of this world. And it's not just like OP protagonist figures this out, because he is technically overpowered, because he is technically immortal, but just because he's immortal doesn't mean he's overpowered, because you see other demi-humans that can easily rival him and beat him at any point in time. The thing that keeps him above most of the demi-humans in this series is his smarts. He outsmarts and outwits most of the demi-humans in the series, and it's something that's really interesting to read and like watch as the panels keep going. I think that the anime separates around where the 20th chapter is in here. So I think that's like around volume 5 if I'm not mistaken, because I think these have like a couple chapters in them. I don't think they have like the average 10, so I think that's around like volumes 5 or like around that. So around that is when the anime and the manga kind of separate and have differences, and how the manga went about it was really interesting and really amazing. I can't really put into words how much I enjoyed the series, other than it's a masterpiece. Basically, how the interactions between even humans, demi-humans, the demi-humans and IBMs, which I'm not going to talk about IBMs too much, but this is what an IBM looks like, what's on the cover of each one. These are what IBMs look like. But we're not going to go into too far detail, because I'm going to do that for the review for next week, because I want to actually like write stuff out for a review so I don't just go off the top of my head. I just thought I would go top of my head off this because I feel like it'd be easier for me because I just finished the series. But I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of the art as well and the character designs. So this is Kaito and this is Kei Nagai. This is the main character. This is his friend. And yeah, it's really interesting to see these characters and even the art style develop as the story progresses, as the characters develop, as the chaos ensues. If you've read the series, you know what I mean by chaos ensues. Just my luck, it's fine, boys. Nothing happened. How the chaos ensues. And also, I love how each and every volume starts off with a color page. If I'm not mistaken, each one does, like this one as well. Each volume starts off with a color page. Something that I think is really underrated when it comes to manga, how some mangas have color pages, some don't. I love how mangas with color pages are put together. I love them. Like, I think Vinland Saga has a bunch of them, and I really do like how sometimes they'll just have a color page in the middle of the volume. It really does bring a little bit more life into the volume, so I really do enjoy that. The spines, I would say, are very good. I like the spines. I just like the brighter color spines, because each spine is a different color. I like volumes 14 and 10 the most. Let me see. Yeah, I can get it. The yellow spines, because they're easier to see the wording of AJIN, and even the Demi-Human up there. But yeah, you know, when it comes to me, I always praise Vertical, because Vertical is a really good publishing company, and they have a lot of manga that people just throw under the radar because usually they're smaller and more expensive. But I definitely say this is a definite pickup for anyone that's starting a manga collection. Yes, it might be expensive. The 16th volume comes out in around January. They come out pretty slow, the volumes, so you don't have to worry about how long they take. Like, they don't come out monthly and being like 13 bucks. But I definitely suggest getting these. I bought these for like $8 off Right Stuff each. Definitely worth the pickup. Definitely enjoyed the series a lot. That was during the Right Stuff sale for Dark Horse and Vertical. Now, I think last week was Kodansha and Yen Press. Yeah, Kodansha and Yen Press were last week. But I cannot praise the series enough. I'll probably make a review on this in the next week or the week after. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, I don't want to go too far in depth. I just want to tell you guys why I really enjoyed this series. So I do hope you enjoy this, and I hope I got some of you to get AJIN, because dang, this series is really good. I cannot praise it anymore. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I hope to see you guys next time. Peace!